Intel's getting out of the market that they created, AMD is not selling us their best chip, and even Nvidia is embarrassed about what they're trying to sell you. Let's get into the hot news, everybody. I'm your Brett host. We're going to be going over the hottest tech news that I can find on the internet while you enjoy your breakfast this Wednesday, July 12th, 2023. We're going to start off today talking about how Intel has now come out and said that they are no longer going to be making their NUC line of products, specifically saying that they are no longer going to be doing direct investment into the next unit of compute business, which is what NUC stands for in case you didn't know, and that they're going to be pivoting their strategy to enable their ecosystem partners to continue NUC innovation and growth. So it looks like Intel doesn't want to sell any more of these mini PCs. Instead, they want to help other companies create these mini PCs themselves, or whatever has been based on whatever the NUC unit of business did. And that appears to be really all of the details we have. It does, at least off the top of my brain, seem to be a product segment that never really got to be all that big, and Intel has shown continuously over the last 6 to 8 months that they are desperately trying to cut costs in order to make sure that they are trying to hit some sort of profitability, especially with the lower chip sales, PC sales, and everything else that's been going on right now. Let me know if you're sad that you can't get a NUC anymore directly from Intel. Is that going to bum you out? I want to hear from you down below in the comments. But in case you are thinking about picking up a new PC of any kind, whether it's a NUC or otherwise, you should check out today's video sponsor, Jawa, because they are the marketplace by gamers for gamers, where you can sell your stuff on their website directly, or you could buy computers or PC parts from other gamers. And if you don't want to go through the hassle of selling your graphics card on a classifieds listing, trying to figure out all of that, you should check out Jawa's GPU buying program, where they will buy your graphics card from you directly. You can get an offer on your graphics card and choose to accept it, and Jawa will pay you for that GPU so that you don't have to deal with the classifieds at all, and then you can use that money to roll it on into whatever upgrade that you're thinking about making, whether it's another GPU or full system or otherwise. So check out Jawa at the link in the video description. Sell your GPU to them, get them off your hands, like this Arc A770 that I just had sitting on the table. Big thanks to Jawa for sponsoring today's video. But you can't use your GPU money to buy a 7500F if you live in the United States, because this CPU that got me all riled up for the past couple of days appears to be suffering the fate that we've seen from other CPUs that AMD makes that are of good value. They don't give them to us, and this is going to be a Chinese exclusive CPU, the 7500F, without an integrated GPU, being just barely slower than a 7600X. Just won't be making its ways to the US shores anytime, at least in the near future, with reports being that it's going to be only available in China. And this has happened before, where that eventually these CPUs do come to America, but typically it is a long wait before that happens, and we might even be on Ryzen 8000 by the time that this thing actually hits the US. So I'm a little sad for that reason, but I'm not sad because we got deals now, don't we, Reece?
Yeah.
He's got the UFD deals.
Yo, welcome back to UFD Deals, bringing the hottest tech deals on the internet. I get to say that now because me and Brett are recording separately, and it just kind of feels weird without doing that. I miss Brett. And today is a special day because it is Prime Day. We've been busy all day on stream checking out our community submitted deals, which, I mean, there's been a lot of them. We've been going through, giving them the old yay or nay treatment, and these are what made it through today for round 1 of Prime Day deals. Starting off with the Samsung Neo G7, this 4K 144, it's 43-inch HDR 600 monitor is going for only $499.99, making it $500 off. And then next up, carrying with the Samsung trend, we have the Samsung 980 Pro SSD with the heatsink. You can pick up the 2TB version for only $99.99, making it 38% off. Then next up, we have the gigantic AMD Ryzen 9 7900X, this 12-core 24-thread brand new processor at the moment is currently going for only $356.15, making it $35 off. Prime Day is treating us good. But then carry on with the Ryzen stuff, we have the 5600X going for only $133.08, the 5800X 3D going for $277.70, and then if you really need the extra cores, you can grab the 5900X for only $274.91, which is even less than the 5800X. So if you really do need those extra cores and you're less worried about gaming, you can grab grab that for one heck of a great deal. Then next up, we have the beautiful Deepcool AK620 Zero Dark Air Cooler going for only $55.99. This Keychron V2 65% mechanical keyboard for only $79.99. And then some more NVMe deals like this Crucial P3 Plus 4TB for only $176.99. A 2TB 990 Pro from Samsung for $129.99. And this 4TB from Team Group for only $156.99. Then on the flip side, we have the Elgato Wave DX XLR microphone for only $69.99, which we actually use over on the stream set, which you can absolutely pair with the Elgato Wave mic arm going for only $69.49. Then we have this brightly colored Logitech G43 Lightspeed. This headphone is something, but it's only $29.99. And then lastly, we have one of my favorite little accessories, especially if you're rocking studio headphones. It's the Antline Mod Mic Wireless, which you can pick up for $111.96, making it 20% off. And these aren't even all the deals. We have a ton more linked in the doc that you guys can check. But also, come join us for stream tomorrow. We'll have round 2 of Prime deals, so submit your deals. Anything cool that you find, we'll give it the old Coliseum touch. And that's it for the deals. Hope to see you guys tomorrow in stream for more of these live Prime deals. And with that, I'm gonna hand you off back to Brett for the rest of your hot news. Cheers.
Thank you, Reece. But here's a deal that I think a lot of people were expecting to happen. Microsoft has been approved to go ahead with its acquisition of Activision Blizzard after the FTC has been ruled against in the lawsuit by the judge, saying that Microsoft's acquisition of Activision has been described as the largest in tech history. It deserves scrutiny. That scrutiny has paid off. Microsoft has committed in writing, in public, and in court to keep Call of Duty on PlayStation for 10 years on parity with Xbox. It made an agreement with Nintendo to bring Call of Duty to Switch, and it entered several agreements to, for the first time, bring Activision's content to several cloud gaming services. This court's responsibility in this case is narrow. It is to decide if, notwithstanding these current circumstances, the merger should be halted, perhaps even terminated, pending the resolution of the FTC administrative action. For the reasons explained, the court finds the FTC has not shown a likelihood it will prevail on its claim this particular vertical merger in this specific industry may substantially lessen competition. To the contrary, the record evidence points to more consumer access to Call of Duty and other Activision content. The motion for a preliminary injunction is therefore denied. Which this is something that I expected to go through. I just have that lingering question in the back of my mind is, what if Microsoft intentionally makes Call of Duty suck? What if, yes, you get it on parity with PlayStation and Xbox, but they make it so that it's supposed to run on the Switch and it's just bad. It's like framey and stuttery and like not playable at all, which you have BattleBit, which is doing great numbers right now, so it proves that you don't need incredible graphics to have a game that people are compelled to play. But why does Call of Duty have to be their big franchise moving forward? Just take everybody who was known for making Call of Duty a success, create a new franchise, and there you fulfill your requirements without actually having to deal with a whole lot. PlayStation gets Call of Duty, it's just the Call of Duty. Like poop. Anyways, conspiracy theories aside, Microsoft saying that they're going to move forward with their Activision acquisition, that's hard to say, and the FTC saying that they are disappointed in the outcome. They're just trying to protect consumers. Now, the next step for this is Microsoft can go ahead with it. They are still banned from acquiring Activision in the UK, and there's some debate about whether or not they're actually going to be able to have discussions with the Competition and Markets Authority ahead of the deadline that Microsoft wants to acquire Activision within a week by July 18th. So there's some details going on. It's a little bit fuzzy, but it does seem like Microsoft is moving forward, and there's some reports that like the communication lines between the CMA and Microsoft have opened up to potentially bring about some resolution. We'll have to see how that plays out, and we'll keep you updated here on Hot News for that. But what's playing out before our very eyes is something that I think a lot of people predicted, a lot of people knew. Nvidia just giving up when it comes to the GPU program. You might remember when they announced the 4060 Ti 4060 that they promised that they were going to give us a 16 gigabyte version, but it turns out they're not confident in either. The AIB partners aren't expected to have very many models that are supposed to be coming out, and now according to Hardware Unbox, in one of their latest tweets, they are indicating that there's not even an official review program for the 4060 Ti 16 gigabyte. This card doesn't appear to be existing for any reason other than Nvidia wanted wanted to shut up people who said that they don't give enough VRAM. You can get it for way more money, and it's not necessarily something they're going to promote. It's not necessarily something that they're going to invest a whole lot of effort into. It's not necessarily something that you're going to be even easily able to buy, because these companies don't want to partner with them, because it doesn't make a whole lot of sense to sell a $500 4060 Ti graphics card. The GPU that makes very little sense just is making more and more less sense as time goes on, and it appears that Nvidia is just a giant middle finger to everybody. Hey, you wanted 16 gigabytes of VRAM? Here you go. You might not get the card you wanted, you might not be able to find a version that you wanted to get, but it exists. This is what you wanted, right? This is all the complaining that you did, okay? Now shut up. Don't buy it. Buy the 8 gigs still, and we're just gonna sit back and count our AI money. Do you think Jensen has like a Scrooge McDuck situation going on with his oven? Hello?
Talking to us?
Yeah!
Yeah, absolutely. I heard what you said. I wasn't focused on this at all. No.
There's a big pool of gold coins inside of this oven.
That's where Jensen keeps his gold coins, inside of his oven, right? And he like sits on top of it like Smaug.
Yeah. He does the accent too.
That's different than Scrooge McDuck, though.
I mean, Smaug is just big Scrooge McDuck.
Yeah, but he doesn't hate Christmas.
Smaug does hate Christmas.
Does he?
Isn't that the name of the Hobbit?
Christmas?
Yeah. We'll see you tomorrow for more hot news, friends.